Harper contains foul language and adult material. If you are easily offended and thin-skinned, you should hit the stop button now. And if you are not a complete idiot, let's get this party started.
Hike up your motherfucking panties.
And pull them to the side.
This is the Harper.
Fuck you. No bullshit.
Welcome to the Harper, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
This is Jake. As always, with me, my sidekick, Adam.
You know it. Let's fucking get this shit going. Seems like it's been a month.
Yeah. It's only been a week, though.
I know.
It's weird.
Has it only been a week?
Yeah.
Since our last episode, but not since we recorded. Has it only been a week?
It's been a week and a half now, right? I guess, yeah.
I don't even know. We don't even
10
know.
days.
Bottom line is, it's overdue.
Right. Shit has been fucked in our world. We've been living in the fucked world
Oh,
for a
my
couple
God.
days. Things have been crazy.
Maybe one day we'll get to actually tell you all about it, but right now, it's just fucked.
Right. So we get to be that asshole that said something's crazy. And then we're not going to tell you what it is because we can't tell you what it is.
Can't do it. Scouts honor. What is that? Scouts honor.
Right. So before we get too far started, again, we ain't getting shit for this. I'm just telling you, I got to give a little shout out to a company called For Patriots. I don't know if you guys can see this very well.
Fuck the Patriots.
No, not the Patriots. It's a company called For Patriots. Again,
They probably thought that was scripted.
again, to reiterate, I am not getting shit for this. I'm just letting you know, as somebody that spends a lot of time outdoors doing cool shit, I know that sometimes my phone likes to die when it gets cold, right? So what this does is a charger.
It has nothing to do with how much you're using it.
No, it's an external charger that has a solar
No,
panel
I'm talking
on
about
it.
your battery dying.
No, dude, you go out in the cold. If you literally just go out into the fucking cold and you're in the fucking woods and you're sitting there, your phone, just from being cold, will die faster. You can Google the shit if you need to. I'm just telling you it's going to happen.
Where is your phone? Like, I don't know, sitting on a rock?
Normally,
Isn't it up against your body, staying somewhat warm?
No, actually, I have a pair of coveralls that I wear into the woods, and so like literally once I'm sitting down, because I got ability to support it, I just set my phone right down on the top of my coveralls.
Oh, wait a second.
So it's partially exposed.
You're also the guy with the electric jacket.
I haven't got to wear it one time. I haven't got to wear it in the woods yet.
I'm just saying, the electric jacket.
I'm not there.
Okay.
Hey, man, I'm trying to have a little technology.
Oh.
Hey, what I'm saying is if you ever are a person that goes out in the woods and goes like deep in the woods and shit, I think that's a great idea. Because you get out there, you get fucking lost and something happens, and your cell phone dies, guess what? You are fucked. Yeah. This has actually solar power in it. It kicks ass. So I'm just saying, we've been using them for a couple weeks. I got one. I got my wife one.
No.
If you're looking for an external battery
Yes.
that'll help you out and will actually be able to help you out in a shitty situation, is a good way to go.
No, right on.
So that's all I'm saying.
External batteries are great. They really are. And plus, it's solar powered, so
Yes.
fucking great. The only thing the Patriots ever did that was good.
Right. It's a company called For Patriots. The only thing I'll say negatively about them
Is it number 4?
Yeah, it's number 4 and Patriots. Now, I will tell you this, though. If you buy something from them, use like an email address that you don't like or that you don't use anymore, because they will blow you the fuck up trying to buy other shit. That's the only negative for me coming back out of it, is I just want to be like, stop sending me shit. I found the item I wanted. Quit sending me spam emails. It's kind of pissing me off.
That's not going to roll right into our first topic.
Well, I think that's where we need to go.
Things that fucking bother you this week or just fucking pissed you off.
Well,
there's
it's time to start hopping
it's
again.
kind of about the Harper, and roll it out. I
Yeah.
mean, you got another one? Let's go.
I'm going to tell you the big one to start off this fucking week, and I'm sure that I'm not alone on this, and I'm not trying to be a little bit late to the boat, but this whole fucking Jesse Smollett thing has me fucking beside myself.
Okay, I have been unattached from the news. What's going on?
All right, so this guy, Jesse Smollett, is on fucking TV, right? He's an actor on a show called Empire. Allegedly, he gets mugged by a couple of white dudes. Goes on, I think it was ABC, and was talking to Robin on ABC and telling about how he went through this whole ordeal and how hard it was and how he can't keep silent, and it's time for people to speak up. Instantly, the media fucking runs with this. Instantly, it's a big anti-fucking Trump thing, anti-fucking white people. White people are the fucking devil. Well, a little bit of investigation, and what do you find? It's 2 dudes from Nigeria. It ain't just 2 dudes from Nigeria, though. That was the original, oh man, it wasn't white dudes that did it. It was 2 dudes from Nigeria. Man, so there goes the race card out the fucking window. Bloop, gone, right? What do we have coming now? He set the whole motherfucking thing up. He's
he
about
did.
to get cut from the fucking show. So he fucking drummed the whole fucking thing up to get his shit out there. What do you think those two guys fucking did when the cops came and found them? No, sir. We didn't fucking do this. This is a big fucking scheme concocted by homeboy here. So now he's becoming memes and all kinds of shit. I'm just saying. To me, this is one of those things, and I'm sure there's people that are rolling their fucking eyes right now, and I really don't give a shit. If you want to roll your eyes at this, you go right the fuck ahead. But what this is this
It's
is
a
proof.
scam.
It's just proof of the condemnation that comes now with being white. We are automatically supposed to be the fucking racist people in the shit here. And the thing that makes me mad about it is I don't think that I think our generation is really the first generation that's growing up and feels more colorless. You know what I mean? To where, but we didn't grow up with segregation.
I don't know. That's. I don't think.
But we didn't grow up with segregation or anything like that. I mean, you're talking that's all a generation
it, but-
or a generation and a half before us.
I get it, but there's in my view, you're gonna have piece of shits in every race.
Agreed.
You're gonna have racists in every race.
Yes.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I'm not standing with you on this. I don't think that.
I'm not asking you to stand with me or against me. All I'm saying is it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what anybody says. The honest truth of the matter is white people are considered to be racist by pretty much everybody that isn't white. There isn't a circle of people that you can get in. They're going to say, well, white people aren't racist. But that's always going to be the assumption.
Well,
And some people have the thought that a minority can't be racist. Well, that's not fucking true. That's ignorant thinking. If you think that you can't be racist because you're a minority, all I'm saying is a situation like this, if this had been the other way around, instead of making fun of this guy like they're doing now, and basically he's never going to find work again, and they actually have a warrant out for his arrest, so it's a class 4
Good.
felony. If this was a white guy that said 2 black guys had robbed him, and they had found out that he had set this whole thing up, they would crucify this motherfucker.
probably.
I'm talking to the 10th degree.
Probably.
So all I'm asking for is, like, with situations like this, can we all just agree that shit ain't as bad as it used to be? I just feel like we want to blow up everything in the fucking media. I'm not saying that there ain't people that have been treated the wrong way. There most definitely are. But what I'm saying is it's getting to be less and less and less. And I feel like the focus is going more and more and more on it. So thank you, Jesse Smollett, for being a complete piece of shit, for not doing you, yourself, your family, or anybody that you've ever known any fucking service, and for being a piece of shit human being. Welcome to America. I would trade him for any illegal. So that's my first one. Sorry.
All right. So I'm going to stick on the same thing, the scammage. Got a good friend. You know her as well.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to get in too many of the details, but bottom line is her and her husband run we'll just say a business.
Yep.
And they got scammed by this lady because she didn't divulge enough information up front. And now this person is taking them to court and all this other bullshit. And they found out through a PI that she's done this before, did it a month ago to somebody else. So she's going around to these establishments and just it's with a disability claim and saying that, you know, whatever, they discriminated. And it's just these people that, and apparently what she's doing is legal. Somehow this scam is legal.
So I know the situation that you're talking about.
Yeah. We could probably get into it. I mean, a little bit. We're not going to say anybody's names.
No.
So it's rental housing.
Yes.
So we know we know the person that has the house for rent.
Right.
And our friend, her and her husband go above and beyond to accommodate. They charge certain fees for background checks and all this stuff. They waived all this stuff for this lady because they thought she was genuine, as nice as they were, and
they asked the question up front
many
that
times
would have disqualified her
Right.
for renting from them.
right.
And she is also the renter, the lady that's trying to rent
Right.
is a member of a protected class. I feel like that's important to put out there.
Well, she is said that she claims that she's disabled.
right,
but
which
she
makes her
has-
protected because she's disabled.
Right, but she has no proof of that.
Okay.
And their thing was they just don't allow pets.
Yeah.
And they asked her repeatedly. She kept avoiding the question.
Yeah.
She finally come and said, I have a service dog. Right away, they're like, well, we don't do pets. I mean, they said they've turned down many people, and they've helped out many, 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 many people.
I'm
that,
sure they
that,
have.
that they could.
Right.
So, but it still just grabs me that in the state of Ohio, that you can go around, kind of sneak in to these situations. Don't really come up front with everything that maybe your problems are.
Right.
Just so that you know that they're going to trip up.
Right.
You're trying to trip these people up, and when you trip them up, the very next day that they told her she couldn't rent, the very next day
To the lawyer.
she created a
So they asked her if
case.
she had an animal because they don't allow animals. She said no, basically, or avoided answering the question.
for
the
like
first-
a month.
Yeah. And then when it came time, she said, yes, I have a service dog. They
And-
said, no, we don't allow animals.
But service
And then
dogs
she-
aren't considered pets.
Right.
Yeah, that's the loophole.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's how the whole thing went down.
Right.
Now, the bullshit of this whole thing, to me, and maybe you're getting to this, I don't want to steal your
No,
thunder.
I'm just saying this is what
but
things that piss you off.
But they're gonna fight this, and they are fighting it. But it's going to cost them thousands of dollars already in lawyer fees.
Yeah, they know that.
It comes down to principle at this point, right?
That's where they're at. Here's the kicker. This will kind of kick you right in the nuts. I don't want to get into the numbers, but the lady wanted X amount of dollars, which was a good amount,
Sure,
and then she wanted a little bit more.
5% more.
Yeah, to give to the charity of her choice.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right.
You're going to take these people's money and give it to a charity. Why don't you just tell them, hey, if you want to have this done, because that money's not going to no damn charity, for one.
Doesn't that sound like a pro to you when it comes to working this system and
Yes.
filing lawsuits and shit? I'm sure she's got some slick back, ridiculous fucking lawyer that she uses all the time for this stuff. So every time she's like, oh, I got another one.
I don't think so, because they
You
were
think she
talking-
changes
they
lawyers?
were- no, I think she just gets I don't know how.
You can't use a public defender if it's a civil trial.
Well, what she was talking about was, well, we're going to sue her for this and this and this. They were going to go like counter,
Yeah.
just so she would have to. Okay, so she would have to pay a lawyer more
Yeah.
to fight it.
They should.
They should.
I hope that they do.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, sometimes
It's fucked up though,
Sometimes the best money you'll spend in your life is on a principle.
because I kept telling her, well, it's not legal, and she goes, well, yes, it is legal. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm using the wrong words.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Right.
That it's legal, that you can actually do this. So she's going around scamming these people for, let's just say, $5 to $20,000, whatever she can get,
Yeah.
and living off that.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Get a job.
Fucking ridiculous.
And if you can't get a job, collect your fucking disability if you are.
Right.
Which apparently you aren't.
Right.
Why are you scamming people if you need money?
I mean, if you're not disabled enough to be able to collect disability, maybe you're not disabled enough to have an animal that should allow you to go around the parameters that somebody has set for their property.
Exactly. It's like parking in a handicap spot that you have no business using.
Right. And the thing that I'm confused on this too is, like, I've often heard that when it comes to restaurants, they can refuse you service for any reason. They can literally, for any reason in the world, like, they don't have to give you service. Anybody that has a service-based business like that, they don't
Right.
have to give you service. So I wonder how that works into that whole thing.
I don't know.
So, well,
Oh no, but that
it pissed me off when I heard it too. So
that
I'm with you
pisses
on
me
that.
off.
Man.
It's
just-
like, okay, I could understand if you were hearing this story from a third party,
Right.
And these people are just jerks. You're like, okay, whatever. This is what you deserve, anyways. But
Sure.
these people are nice. These people are genuine.
Right.
They'll do anything for you. And I mean, she's telling me all these stories, what they have done for other tenants.
Sure.
I mean, and they also, the other thing, the kicker in this one, they held this for this girl for a couple months. They held it because I think somebody they knew was renting it, and they're like, you know what? As soon as they're gone, we're gonna hold this for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, why would you fuck somebody like that?
Right.
They're trying to go out of your way.
So they gave up more income and revenue trying to be good people and
Right.
help this girl out.
Got screwed over.
Well,
So
karma's a bitch. She's going to get it back.
that's right.
I can only hope.
That's right.
Speaking of bitches,
Oh boy.
yeah, sorry, man. Like, there are certain political debates that I try to stay out of. And abortion is one
You?
of, I know.
I don't believe
there,
it.
But really, there are a couple. Abortion is one of them. Because I think that it's a very diverse and unique topic as far as what it is, the parameters that go around it.
See, I don't.
I'm just telling you what I think.
Well, I don't.
Okay,
Go
well,
ahead.
but you can explain your position. But what I'm getting to is a thing that pisses me off is the state of New York can go fuck itself. And anybody that lives there that continues to vote in people that pass legislation like the abortion law that just went through, fucking shame on you. Because you are a shitty human being. Literally, under the fucking new law, if you're having your baby tomorrow, you can go in today and have that fucking abortion. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's no good.
That's a fucking person. And this is the problem I have with it. In that exact same state, right? If your wife is pregnant and she's in a car accident and a drunk fucking hits her, they can charge that motherfucker with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. So you can get 2 counts of vehicular homicide, but you're going to tell me that's not enough of a person the day before they're fucking born that you can go in and kill
I
it?
think we're on the same page with
Fuck that shit.
This is my stance. I don't think abortion should be allowed at all, except for rape cases.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it because there's part of me that disagrees with it. But the only other circumstance, I even struggle with that one a little bit.
I know, but aren't you the one that knows somebody?
Yes, that's
Right.
why I struggle with that part of it because I know.
But had that not been in your picture,
Yes, then
right.
I understand where the point of view is coming from. I'm not
I'm just
saying
saying
that.
the lady should have the choice if that was the case.
The only other way that they should even have the choice would be if there's a legitimate threat to their livelihood.
Right.
Then that's a decision that everybody has
Because
to make.
I know somebody
Right.
that somebody in my family that they're married to a gal that I'm pretty sure they told me that if she got pregnant,
Right.
it could kill her, like the birthing process and everything.
Sure.
So yeah, obviously you would not want that to happen.
No.
But no, I mean, hello everybody. The other side of it, where people are arguing for it. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, there's plenty of women. We even know one that a coworker in another plant that was a surrogate.
Yeah.
I mean, so if there are people out there being surrogates, well, I'm sorry if you guys have a baby and you don't want it, then freaking put it up for adoption.
Right.
Don't kill it. Yeah, you're gonna have a long 9 months, but it'll be in a good home.
Give it a fucking chance.
It'll be in a great home, probably.
Dwight Eisenhower was an orphan.
Right.
I'm just saying. So the other thing that leads into, so that was my portion for that. Pisses me off, but it also leads into, apparently the Supreme Court is discussing overturning Roe v. Wade right now. If they do that, it's going to automatically make abortion illegal in 4 and maybe 5 states right off the bat. I don't know. To me, it's one of those things.
Wait. It'll make abortion what?
Illegal, like on any level.
Any level.
In 4 states and possibly a 5th, based on the laws and the interpretation. It would end up going.
I
through
suppose I would
courts.
rather have it be illegal than legal, but like I said, I still think the lady should have her choice if it was a rape case.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't know about overturning something like this. I'm a conservative. I think you're a conservative. I would not want anybody that I know to go through this.
Keep it realist.
Yeah, I mean, abortions should not be a means of birth control. I think that we're in the same camp on that.
100%.
But the way that the laws are written, there's a lot of ambiguity there to where the states have a lot of power. If Roe v. Wade gets turned over, instantly you're going to have states where women are leaving that state to go get an abortion someplace else, and it's going to open up a lot of things to scrutiny. So,
Yeah.
But I don't think that we'd be at this point if it wasn't for fucking New York. So, sorry, New York State. Fuck you on this one. Get your shit together. Kick fucking Bloomberg out of your fucking state.
Don't be-
He's a gun-taking fuckface too. So,
Don't be unique, New York.
yeah, don't become California part fucking 2. And that's what they're becoming is 2.0 fucking Cali.
That's right.
So that's what I got for that one.
All right.
What else is pissing you off, Adam?
Oh my God! You know what pisses me off?
Tell me.
I've got she's a teenager now. Just turned a 13-year-old daughter.
Oh, shit.
Just come out and say it. And she got her a smartphone, nice little cheap little LG Android smartphone for her 12th birthday. So she's 13 now. She had a little over a year. And it fucking makes me crazy. You know, I don't mind. I don't get that many like solicitor calls.
Yeah.
But when she gets them, it fucking pisses me off. I got one from the other day. Now, this guy claiming to be from I don't know if it was from the Air Force or from the Army or whatever. And he's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm Sergeant so-and-so. And I'm like, listen, you're calling a 12-year-old, or I said 12. You're calling a 12-year-old girl's phone. Don't ever call it again. But I'm like, what are these guys doing? Where do they get these numbers from?
Dude, for just so that people know that we're being 100% real, we discuss what the topics are going to be, but we never compare notes before a show.
Right.
The last thing on my list is the fucking return of the telemarketer.
Yeah.
There used to be that fucking no-call list.
See, I don't get any.
You don't?
If I do, well, you know what? I may get some, but I never answer them.
Man, we get them, between me and my wife, we get them all the time, and it's almost like there's something that they're doing, that they're pinging us, that they're getting closer, because from the area that we live in, I will get them from Worcester, Smithville, Orville, Shreve, Medina, like towns that are close to us, and I think, is this somebody's phone number that I don't know? That I don't know the number because they're not on my phone, but it's somebody that I need to answer. So I answer that shit. And every time I hear that fucking pause at the beginning, I say hello a second time. And
you know what's funny?
then I fucking get pissed and I just fucking hang up. And there's times they call right back.
No, see, I would let them have it. Fucking yellow hammer. Kapow!
What's the yellow hammer? I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
The yellow hammer?
That's just the destruction hammer. It's.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna roast your ass until you hang up on me.
Bring the fucking walls down,
I
huh?
love it. I love fucking with telemarketers. Now the weird thing is, I don't want to say I run it, but I answer to the help desk at work,
Yeah.
and we have on our main help desk number is also attached to an outside line.
Right.
So it rings my phone first, and it goes through this carousel. Like if I don't answer, it goes to the next guy and the next guy.
Yeah.
A cascade, as it's called. And we'll get some outside fucking solicitors on that thing, and I have fun with them too.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah,
I use my phone for work.
This is a corporation. Sally doesn't live here.
Right. Sorry, we already donated this year. That's my favorite one. You ever use that one?
No.
Somebody's like, we're going to see if you'd like to donate to the policeman's ball. Sir, I already donated. Dude, am I not on the list? Like, get a little belligerent with the whole thing. Me and my wife have plans. We're coming. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
That always gets people confused. They don't know what to say at that point. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, telemarketers suck.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a Jehovah's Witness. I don't want to say Jehovah's Witnesses suck. I'm not gonna go that far.
I'm going to say it. Jehovah Witnesses suck.
But let me tell you, I haven't had a Jehovah's Witness come to the door in a long time. So I mean, this was when it was like 2 degrees.
Yeah.
And this appeared to be husband and wife parked out front. My wife saw him go to the other neighbor's house. She goes, "They're coming. I know they're coming." I'm in my Saturday morning best, right?
Fuck.
Holy t-shirt, fucking comfy pants.
Yeah.
Hair is still, the hair fairy still visited from last
The
night.
hair fairy, huh? Sorry, dude. I don't have a hair fairy. I don't know what you're into and
You
shit.
probably do.
I don't.
You don't wake up with messed up hair?
I'm not saying I don't, but that's
Does
called,
that hair gel stick through the night?
that's called fucking pillowhead, dog, not hair fairy.
Have you never watched Meet the Fockers?
No, I'm just saying. Apparently we play for different teams when you're making
No,
comments
you
like
love
hair fairy.
movies.
I do love movies.
Have you never watched Meet the Fockers?
I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Fuck off.
I didn't love those movies.
I liked them.
You just told me to fuck off. What the fuck, man? Anyway,
Greg, can you milk me? I have nipples. All right. Apparently you don't know that movie.
No,
Really?
not at all.
Jesus Christ. De Niro's in it.
I like
Stiller.
Bob. I like Bob De Niro.
Ben Stiller?
as
No,
an
not a
actor,
fan?
He's a douchebag as a human, but he's all right as an actor.
You just don't like
Who,
him. 'cause
Ben
he doesn't
Stiller?
like- yeah.
Ben Stiller's got a couple. I like him when he's an asshole, though. Like, I love him in fucking Dodgeball. I love him as White in Dodgeball.
All right. I don't remember where I was going with this, but
You fucking
oh,
zigged.
the hair fairy. Anyways, so the Jehovah's Witness is coming up, and
You got the hair fairy going on.
and I'm like, I can't wait for these guys to answer the door.
Hey.
And so I open the door, and I'm staring at them, and they're looking at me, and I know, I mean, it's like 2 degrees out, maybe -2.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly. And I know the right human being thing is to open the door and let him in, but I'm not fucking doing that.
No fucking way.
Fuck you. Sorry, buddy. And he goes, and I said, you know, I'm talking through a door, and it's frosting up as we speak
Yeah.
from my heat and his cold. Can I help you? We'd like to know your thoughts on the Bible. None of your business. Sorry. It's how I roll.
I had a place that I lived one time, and I must have been in somebody's particular fucking area, where they're supposed to make so many stops. I'm not kidding. These people fucking stopped like 20 times. Like,
Kept coming back?
oh yeah, like there was one time that they stopped, and I was like getting out of my car. I was in my own driveway, and I was just like, I gotta go. You're not taking the hint. And they followed me all the way up to my door until I was like, look, you're trespassing. I need you to leave. And they turned around and left. Man, I've answered the door in just my boxer shorts on a couple times.
Hair fairy?
Oh, no. I might have had...
You almost said yes.
I
had you at hello.
I almost had bedhead, but fuck, the hair fairy. Man, just when I think you couldn't make things any gayer, you pull out hair fairy.
Okay.
That's what your teenage daughter's going to be annoyed about with you, is you using terms like hair fairy out in the fucking internet world.
I only use that with you, Jake.
That's worse. Moving on.
Yes, quickly.
So mad, not mad. You ever have something that you're kind of mad about, but at the same time you're not mad?
Only after 10 seconds. Count to 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. What do you
I
got?
almost got to 10. People that are freaking out because they're mad that they lost, that Trump's going to get his fucking wall.
Is he getting his wall?
Yeah, dude, he declared the emergency to where the fucking money's
Don't
coming.
fist bump my 5.
I didn't.
You-
I thought we were going to fist bump like men, but we had to high five like 70s men.
Holy shit.
So you're actually lucky. I came in strong man in it, and I actually came out on top where I needed to. That
Okay.
was fucking cat-like reflexes right there, man.
Okay, Flynn Lockwood.
Yeah, but it's fucking awesome. We're getting the fucking wall, and all these people that are bitching and fucking crying. When the fucking shutdown ended and everybody was like, oh, Donald Trump caved. No, you dumb motherfuckers. It's all part of a plan. We have the best businessman in the world running the biggest business in
Wait,
the
can
world,
you say
which is
it
the
over
United
again?
States. Again,
We have the best businessman in the world.
I do not do a good impersonation of
That's not good either,
impersonation of him. I can't say the word impersonation. I struggle with it. I don't know why. But I don't do a good impersonation of him.
So everybody else was wrong
Yes, and they're all losing their fucking minds.
because it was huge.
Yeah.
The wall will be huge.
This is only the third emergency that he has claimed, national emergency. Do you know how many Obama had? Want to take a shot?
7.
Teen. Woo! How much bitching and crying did you hear then?
I don't think anybody cried about Obama.
8 of those are ongoing. Right.
How can you still have an emergency 3 years later?
Right. Well, one of them's like Chicago.
Oh, well.
The gun violence in Chicago. So he declared an emergency and didn't do dick about it.
Yeah, that's something that pisses me off is the conspiracy theories. He probably started that shit.
What conspiracy?
Chicago.
I'm just saying. So the motherfuckers that don't want the wall, shut the fuck up. That's not a sign that America's fucking douchebags. That's a sign that we don't want fucking people getting in
a
that,
sign that we-
don't come in legally. We love legal immigrants. We love them. We want legal immigrants. They're the best.
Legal.
Yes, we are
legal.
pro that. I don't care if you speak 7 languages and none of them are English. If you can pass the fucking test and the background check and get the fuck in here and you have something to offer this country, come. Bring your cousin, bring your uncle. This is what America's for. But fucking freeloading off of the system is not fucking America. That's
right.
So if the wall helps quell that, I'm all for it. Not to go off on the fucking tangent, but I'm
it's
just
good.
saying.
HARP.
I don't care if you're a fucking lefty, a righty, an independent, whatever the fuck you are.
Southpaw.
We'll fucking take you. Like, we want them. We want people to come here that are good fucking people that want to keep advancing this country. We didn't get to be this way by fucking accident. We didn't accidentally fall down and become great.
You can only let somebody melt into the pot before you're like, hey, you got to do it the right way.
Yeah, well, before it's fucking shut up, man.
You got to do it the right way.
It's costing us billions and billions.
Billions.
Now we can focus our efforts a little bit more on the other bullshit. It's funny you don't hear Mexico bitching about this.
Of all the people.
Yeah, Mexico's newly elected president that's becoming buddies with Trump, he's not going, no, senor, do not build a wall. No, he's like, fuck it, do it.
Do you know why? It doesn't affect them one fucking bit. That's why. Mexico doesn't give a shit because there's not a bunch of screaming Americans running into his country.
Right. It's weird how that doesn't happen.
Amazing.
And people say the same thing. Okay, why don't we have one in fucking Canada? Because we don't fucking need one. You don't have Canadians and Americans running past each other to get into each other's fucking countries up there.
Well, let me just tell you what. There's no Canadians rushing into the United States at this point.
No.
Because they've got all their weed they want. They've got it all.
That is true. They do have their weed. So I'm just saying, the people that were bitching about the way that he went about it, he went through every piece of diplomacy he could to try to make an amicable decision. He tried to cross partisan lines, and what happened? They didn't want to fucking play ball the right way,
And
so he
what's
did
the-
what he fucking had
What's
to.
the domino effect?
What's the domino effect?
Well,
2020's in the bag,
That's what
baby.
I'm saying,
Dude.
Say, there's your manly pump,
That's
which
one
was
of the-
kind of weak on your part. But
So you can go on to your next one, or we can jump into mine because I have one that leads right into it, and then we can come back. It's up to you. Dude, Bernie Sanders. Why the fuck are you running again, man?
Is he?
77 years old now. He's 77 now. The election ain't till 2020. The
how old is
inauguration.
the oldest president ever elected?
I don't know. I don't know that off the top of my head. All
Can't
I-
be 80.
What I'm telling you is this. He is currently 77. He's going to be 79 when he would be inaugurated. That puts him at 83 after one fucking term. Are you fucking kidding me? We can't find somebody with your same ideals? I don't know, 10 years younger?
Dude, we're gonna get sued by Kia.
I don't give a shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, he doesn't say fucking.
Kia, like the car
I
company?
don't know. You heard that guy?
Why are they going to fucking sue us, man?
Wait, no. He says, "Are you kidding me?" You're saying fucking. We're good. Never mind. We're good.
Dude, Kia's never going to get mad and sue me. I have bought 3 Kias in
I don't
a
know
row.
if it's Kia.
America.
Whoever Frankie
Right?
Lindor is doing advertisements
Right?
for.
Now, people are just like, America, that's a Japanese car company. Yeah, a lot of them are fucking made here. I'm just saying. Don't be fucking hating on Kia.
What?
And they're trying to buy the fucking plant in Lordstown, Ohio. Woo, let's go Kia.
All right.
Anyway, fuck you, Bernie Sanders. Get the fuck out of the race. Let somebody else fucking hop in there. The Democrats are going to be hilarious in this, though. I mean, if you see this fucking list of people that's coming, I cannot wait for
Where's
this election.
Hillary?
Huh?
Did Hillary not? She not running?
She ain't said shit yet, but
I saw a meme the other day.
Grandma Hillary ain't
Hey,
coming nowhere.
I saw a meme. It fucking cracked me up.
All right.
It showed Bill and Hillary like talking, like
Yeah.
all kind of huddled up, and Bill leans over, whispers to Hillary, "Happy President's Day, Hillary." She goes, "Fuck you, Bill."
That's fucking funny right there.
Oh,
Man.
shit.
I thought it was fun. Like, our POTUS actually sent a little, Happy President's Day out to all the other living presidents. Did it on the IG and on the Twitter, man. I thought it was pretty cool.
That was another burn for Hillary. It was.
Yeah.
Because Bill's like, "Oh, look what I got."
Yeah.
It's nice.
Have you ever seen that
It's
that
nice of
fucking
that guy.
Twitter post that she had? Look at this cute little next president. It was a picture of her on her birthday one year when it was like a baby picture of her. Oh, fucking hilarious, dude.
Hillary Arias?
Yes. I lost my mind on that one. So
All right. I got one more.
keep going.
All right. A lot of parents can relate to this.
Okay.
The school drop off. Like, I don't know if some of you, like, if you've experienced like the drop off line. Like, okay, in our school district for the middle school, there's a couple entrances to the parking lot, and it kind of funnels in. Then we get in this line, and we go around this. And I'm a parent. My kid needs to get in there. I don't understand when you're within the 10-minute mark of the tardy bell.
Sure.
People should start to kind of pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to get my kid in there, man.
Yeah.
They go fucking slower.
Really?
Slower and slower. And I'm a vocal what is it? It's not I'm really into rage, but I talk to the other cars in front of me a lot, even though they can't hear me.
Yeah.
Go, you dumb motherfucker. I don't say that when my kid's in the car, but I'm like, just go.
You do too.
I have once maybe, but I don't anymore. It was an accident. But I'm just like, push the gas, you idiot. That shit. But it's every day. Every day. I don't know what it drives me fucking nuts.
So are those like your favorite like road rage lines?
Uh,
I got a whole bunch of them that like it depends on which Spider-Man I'm feeling, like which way I'm going to shoot
yeah,
at.
it's probably like, are you fucking stupid? Go, you fucking idiot. That's probably my go-to. Go, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
I've got a couple that I like to use.
Let's hear 'em.
If you'd ever like to steal one, you bought it. Why don't you fucking drive it?
Oh, I know another one.
That's one of my favorite
It's
ones.
the blinker thing. So we're all exiting the school.
Yeah.
And it's made for one car to go out with the little white lines.
Yeah.
But smart people will go side by side
Yeah.
because there's enough room. Fuck the white lines. We're grown adults here. This is a non-used entrance or exit except for what we're doing at this moment.
Right.
So a lot of people go side by side. Hey, I know I'm going right. I know you're going left. Woohoo!
Right.
Then you get those dumb motherfuckers that are right in the middle. I just want to slash their tires.
When they're right in the middle and turning left.
No, when they're right in the middle and don't use a blinker. So you can't even sneak up to the one side because you're like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm hollering at through my windshield to their hatch glass.
Yeah.
Which way are you fucking going?
I get it. I hate when people...
Just let the rest of the world know what your thoughts are.
Agreed. That fucking blinker kills me, man.
So it was today.
Woo!
Lady was in the middle.
It's not happening.
I thought
You're
she
getting pissed.
I thought she was going to the right, actually. Here she was going to the left, same way I was going, because I had to run back home real quick after I dropped my daughter off. So she must have seen me in the back of the window. My best Kermit the Frog impression. I'm just getting the brass tacks here.
Hey, I appreciate that.
And
What are we, 20 minutes in tonight, and it took us 20 minutes to get the brass tacks?
kind of forgot about brass tacks.
How
Let's
long
see
did
how
it
far
take
we're in.
us?
Holy shit, 35.
35.
Wow.
Who's right? We are, motherfucker.
Who's got syphilis?
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah. So anyways, she goes left, and I was like surprised. I'm like, but thanks for letting me know. So I go left too. And like I said, when I pulled up behind her, she was like giving me the eyeballs in the rearview mirror.
Oh, yeah?
And then when she turned right the next time, the fucking blinker was on.
Did you clap for her?
I did.
Like, you literally clapped for her?
Absolutely.
Attaboy. I wouldn't have. I'd have given her the one finger salute. That's always my go-to.
No, I can't flick these people off because it'll be like this. I flick this person off, I get all in their grill, and then my daughter will come home. She'll be like, on the weekend, hey, so-and-so wants to come up. Like, oh, that's great. Have her come over. And then the mom will drop her off and be like, oh, fuck, this is the lady I just flicked off. So I'm not doing that. I don't know who anybody is. Not anybody, but there's a few people I don't know well enough that I'm like, you know what? It's going to happen where I'm going to be sitting next to you at the football game. I just don't want to be uncomfortable.
You just don't want to be that guy, huh?
Yeah, I probably should just be that guy.
Well, I guess that shit happens.
All right, let's roll into the next one. That you got more. You got more?
No, man, like you actually fucking handled all my shit. That was good.
Handled my shit.
Right. So you want to get any other big one tonight, or you want to go small? I'm an open book here, brother.
No, let's get into the greatest video games or your most favorite video games of all times.
Right. Disclaimer, I stopped playing video games for the most part when I was probably, 32. So it's been about
Now wait a second.
7-8 years since I've played
Just
a whole
because
bunch.
you don't play on a console, Mr. Candy Crush.
I have one game that I play on my phone. and
Mr.
it's
Candy Crush King.
I'm not the king of Candy Crush.
Oh, you told me that you were up to a certain amount of level, then your fucking phone got fucked up and you had to get back up there.
I did. I started
You told
all
me.
over.
Let's hear this Candy Crush story.
I fucking was on level like 3100 on Candy Crush.
That's like a lot, though, right?
Yeah, fuck. It took me a couple years to get there. And I fucking destroyed my phone on accident with the trunk of my car, and to where like it was fucked beyond fucked. Like I couldn't pull any information off of it. I had to start with a brand new phone all over. So the first thing I did was get it downloaded. And you'll be glad to know that by the end of this weekend, I'm probably going to cross the 4,000 threshold.
On device number 2?
Yeah.
All right.
But now I actually back it up weekly to my iTunes account.
Don't want to fucking
That way
lose
the-
those levels,
Fuck
baby.
no, dude. You don't know how many days I fucking spent. And dude, sometimes.
So you would be at like almost level, like, because I'm sure it gets tougher as you go. So you'd be probably like level 5 or 6,000 maybe?
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know how many levels there are. I purposely don't know what that number is because then I would be driven to like try to catch it.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, I don't want this to end. I'm not playing for a week.
I was on it one time, clear back in like the early days, and I was right around like level 2000, and I couldn't beat this level literally for like a week straight. I was almost sure that like I had gotten to the end of the game to where they hadn't created new levels yet, so they weren't letting me beat it.
Maybe they weren't. Maybe you did reach it.
I might have for a moment there. I don't know.
They're like looking at their like daily logs, what to do. This fucking Jake guy,
right?
we got to get more levels.
Right? This is fucking ridiculous. But what's great is like they keep coming out with new things that make it a little bit different. And what I like about it is it's not like playing most other video games. I can play a round of it in 45 seconds if I want to, you
Right.
know, to pass time. You know, if I have a minute here or there, it's a nice little distraction from the rest of the world. You know, no, I'm not going to lie. They have like different things you can win, like 1 hour, like infinite plays. So like if I can see where one of those is coming on the board, I'll strategically plan that for when I know that I'm gonna be in chill mode. So I can just sit there and Candy Crush the fuck out of it for a while. And now that I've got my 4 Patriots fucking hanging out beside me, Candy Crush don't eat my phone battery like it used to.
Ching.
Boom. So, but we're talking about video games that we love.
Yeah,
I mean,
but even
it's going to be different for everybody. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not going to have a lot of like the super modern stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even speak intelligently to it.
Well, I don't either, but I've stuck around in the gaming world enough to know a wee little bit. But let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
I mean, what was your first console?
We had the Atari, the classic brown and black.
Okay.
Not even the 26 or the 7800, the classic Atari.
I never had one of the, I don't think I ever had one of the bigger ones.
Really?
No. I ran the shit out of the Atari. I mean, I can remember, I'm the kid that fucking takes shit apart,
Yeah.
figure it out. So when a controller broke, and like I would, not that you could really repair them because they used to have like this. Do you ever take one apart?
Oh yeah.
So they had like that,
The
like
white
the
thing-
cover, and then the white ring, and when that broke, you were fucked.
Unless you could find something to replace it with.
Right. You could, yeah. So yeah, I was always all the time trying to fix them and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we did that.
So, I don't think I ever upgraded. I think I went. Hey, I mean, it's possible, but I
We
don't
went straight
think
to Nintendo. My brother ended up with a 2600 that was given to him, but
Right.
like after we were into the Nintendo era.
So Atari.
Atari games. There was a few that I played.
I mean, I played all the basic ones. Like, what was the one that you swept back and forth and you shot?
You didn't shoot. You had to catch the bombs.
Well, there was the mine. Was it Mineseeker or?
Kaboom.
Okay, that was Kaboom. That was with the little spinner thing.
Yeah, man. I love that. Love the spin
Kaboom.
paddle.
But do you remember the one that had like the missiles coming from the sky and you had to shoot and then it would. Oh God, I don't.
Asteroids?
No, I'm gonna have to look it up. Where's Jake? Where the fuck is Jake?
Oh yeah. Shout out to our little buddy Jake. He got stuck working this evening.
Yeah.
It was kind of a tragic set of circumstances. He should never miss a recording night, and I know that he really wishes he was here with us.
Well,
so
but neither one of them felt like he should have been here because we've been kind of going through this thing with work and we've all been putting a lot of long hours in.
Right.
So not a big deal.
Right. We love the kid though, so we miss you, Jake. I told
Mission Control.
Told you we give you a shout out. Mission Control.
That's what I'm talking about. Where those white streaks would come down,
Yeah.
and you had to fucking blow them up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where that. I would never. I don't know. My brain is working tonight. Mission Control.
Boom.
Then there was Asteroid, right, where you
Yeah.
shoot the shit.
Did you ever play Keystone Cops? Keystone Capers is what it was actually called.
I don't know.
Dude, you talk about an addictive ass game. Keystone Capers. It was kind of like Donkey Kong-ish, to where instead of climbing ladders, you were kind of climbing you actually had to climb ladders instead of ingrades.
Right.
And you had to jump over stuff and get below stuff. And you were the robber that was trying to get out of the jail to get away from the cops.
Sounds familiar.
Dude, we played that game for fucking hours.
One of my favorites of all time, and I think it was it was definitely a classic, but I think it had like a cult following there for a little bit, was a Pitfall.
Oh, dude, for sure. Pitfall was next on my list.
Yeah, Pitfall, for some reason, it was like that. I don't know. I think Indiana Jones was big around that time.
Yeah.
So Pitfall was like the next best thing. Although there was an Indiana Jones game.
Yeah.
The tsetse flies would come and get you. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I hate those fucking tsetse flies.
Really?
Yeah, they would fucking kill you.
Yeah, they were assholes.
Uh,
Did you ever play Pitfall backwards?
I don't know.
If
You mean you hacked Pitfall?
if you start playing Pitfall and you always start off at the same level every
Right,
time, where
right.
you just have to jump up, grab the vine, single cross. The next one's the hole that opens, and then the third one's the alligators. You can actually start off going backwards.
Jake, I don't really remember the levels. You remember the levels?
Yeah, dude, it was Pitfall.
I don't think I ever really did all that good at Pitfall, but
Yeah. Well, me and my brother played the shit out of it.
yeah. So you could go backwards, huh?
Yeah, you could literally, we got bored because we beat the game going forward so many times that we decided to try to beat the game going backwards.
And you could go backwards?
Oh, yeah, and you can get all the way back to the very beginning of the game.
Did it say you won?
I don't think Pitfall ever says that you win. That's one of the shitty things
Oh.
about Pitfall, is you recognize when you're back to the beginning.
Oh shit! That Frogger was one, right?
Oh, dude, Frogger was killer, man.
Frog, I love. It was kind of like Pitfall, just
Frogger.
not swinging on a vine.
Yeah, I used to play the shit out of Frogger, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Indiana Jones, which that was a kind of a fun one because you'd have a grappling hook. I remember that, and
Indiana Jones was for Atari?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't remember that
Now
one.
I don't know if it was called Indiana Jones. I don't remember if it was called Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was just called something similar.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't use the name.
Yeah.
I think it was legit though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 2D bullshit.
Yeah. My favorite that me and my brother played until he got so good at it that I couldn't play anymore with him because I used to just get pissed. Is there was a game that was called NFL Football
On the Atari?
Yeah, and everybody was just blocks, right? But there was the football like
Pulsed?
it was like a blinker, so you could see where the football was, and you could actually throw passes and shit with it. Well, what was great is if you got out in the open field, you could literally just angle down, angle up, angle down, angle up, all the way to a touchdown every time.
Right.
I figured out that if he would break away like that, I would run the other way, and it would let me come through the fucking screen, and I all of a sudden would show up and fucking tackle him.
That's good
It
shit.
was awesome. You couldn't fumble, you couldn't throw an interception, nothing cool
Right.
like that, but
Right.
it was still fun back then.
Yeah. So
Atari was cool.
Where did you go from the Atari? Did you guys have what was the other one that was out with Atari? Intellivision?
Dude, I don't even remember that.
Definitely there was an Intellivision because I don't know if it was the knockoff brand or whatever, but Matt used to have an Intellivision. It was cool. It was fun. Had different games, but
Sure.
they had the paddle type things like the Kaboom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool.
No, we actually got lucky. My parents didn't ever see that buying a Nintendo for us was a good investment. We were the outside and play generation, and we got lucky. A couple years after Nintendo came out, some good friends of ours, the mom actually won one as a door prize at her Christmas party,
That is fucking lucky.
and she called my mom and dad, and she said that she wanted to give it to us. So that's how we got our Nintendo.
Nice.
Yeah, it was badass.
I probably
man.
got my Nintendo the same year you did because it was a couple years after the
Yep.
the wave.
We were not in the first wave, man.
And I've told this story on here. I was 13 and got it for my birthday in July and loved it. Played till my thumbs fucking blistered Mario.
Hell
And
yeah.
they weren't going to go out and buy me a whole bunch of games right away. But boy, killing Mario right out of the gate.
Really? So Mario was your game on Nintendo?
Like my game?
Like that, but like you played a lot. I never got into the original Mario.
Well, like I
there
said,
was too much other cool shit to play.
I don't remember back in those days. I don't remember like some game systems would come with like the extra game. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so I remember now. So it was the Mario Golf, and you would hit the ball and it'd go. Boo.
That was always the sound. It didn't matter what game you played.
Yeah,
on Nintendo
but like
back
it was
then.
the arc of the ball was that sound. So it came with Mario Golf,
Yeah.
which was a really fun golf game, and Mario. So like I said, they weren't going to go out and bust the bank on eight or 10 games.
Sure.
There was a game that came with it. Plus, so it was Mario and of course Duck Hunt came with it.
Yeah.
I think it was Mario, Duck Hunt, and then the golf came with this package. So there's 3 games to play.
Okay.
So you had enough to fuck around with.
Yeah.
So I played the shit out of all of them.
Yeah.
And then it happened. At some point through some of those games, I mean, I'm probably skipping some games, but the Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Boom. Got it on the list.
That is my all-time favorite NES game.
Yeah. That's your all-time favorite, huh?
Yes.
I'm assuming you beat Tyson several times.
No.
Did you
I
ever beat him?
I never played the shit out of it.
What?
I played it a lot and loved it, but it wasn't one of those that I was just I don't know. No, I never beat him.
You never. Okay, your favorite game on the console, and you never
Well,
beat Mike Tyson?
I don't think I always had it. I think it was my cousin had the game.
Yeah.
When I go over to his house, I play it. I loved it. Probably loved it more since it wasn't mine.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I had it until later.
Oh man, we played the shit out of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I fought Mike. Maybe I've beat Mike. I know I've fought him. I probably beat him.
He was ridiculous as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked fucking badass.
And there were, dude, the first time I beat him. Remember, you used to have like 3 minutes. Remember like that, but the seconds were faster than normal seconds.
Right.
And you had 1 round to take him out, and if you didn't, then you were done.
Right.
And the first time I beat him, I had like 4 seconds left on the clock.
He's like, oh my god, oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, I just won. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah. So definitely love Mike Tyson's Punch Out. A couple other games for that. Contra and I love Contra. Just fucking up, down, left, right, BA, start. Boom, 30 lives, just like that.
AB.
Is it, what did I say, BABA?
You said BABA.
I meant AB.
Up, down, left, right, AB, select, start. Remember?
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
All right. I just
If I
repeated
didn't say it right, I apologize. I could do it if I needed to right there.
You fucking lost a point there.
Fuck. I lose lots of points. It's like being a James Brown band fan.
I love being a James Brown band fan. To the day I die.
But no, I fucking love the shit out of that game. Contra was awesome. Gauntlet. Did you play Gauntlet? Like, we loved it as a stand-up
I have to
game.
really go back and think of the games. Actually, I guess I shouldn't think too hard. I have a photographic memory. I just have to think about what's in the... I still have the damn thing.
Yeah. You still have your Nintendo?
Uh-huh.
My brother has ours.
I was that
Played
kid
shit out of it.
I was that kid that customized shit. So I thought this was cool. I went and got Dad's electrical tape and fucking made the zebra stripes on it.
Oh, yeah?
And then so now I can't speak. So now a long time ago I took the tape off.
Gotcha.
So now there's just these dark residual, like where the tape shrunk a little
Ridiculous
bit.
lines?
Yeah, there's these dirty lines.
Gotcha.
So it's got a bunch of dirty lines on it.
No, that's fun, though. Did you ever play Dragon Warrior?
Yes.
The role-play game?
I have that.
Where you had to... Is there any chance that you have the third one? Because if you have the third one, you are sitting on a gold mine.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But the original Dragon Warrior, me and my brother both played the shit out of it, and it got to a point where he was so far ahead of me that I wanted to see the end of this game so incredibly bad that, like, I would give... We had Nintendo time when we were kids. We each were only allowed to play 30 minutes a day. But if we were feeling giving, like, my parents were cool enough that they were like, all right, like, they would let us negotiate, you know, to where I could give Josh 15 minutes of my time today, but he had to give me 15 minutes of his time tomorrow, you know.
Would he live up to it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Josh always honored his shit when it came to that.
He honored his time.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to it. Again, we're on the Nintendo. Tecmo Bowl and Tecmo Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Tecmo Super Bowl is probably in my top 2 all-time favorite games. I love it that much. It was so much fun. But a regular season game would take 20 minutes. Like, literally right
A
at...
regular season game would take 20 minutes?
Yeah, to play a 4-quarter game.
Holy fuck.
So we had it figured out. If we each have a half hour of time, right? And the games take 20 minutes, we would start a season to where we each pick a team and we very rarely play each other, right? So we would whoever had the next game up would get the extra 10 minutes that day. So we could get 3 games in a day playing it. And it was awesome as hell. I love Tecmo Super Bowl. Fucking best game ever. It was the first one.
I'm glad they adjusted the time on those.
It's the first one that you could actually like force fumbles and shit on. Like it was legit.
Oh, I guess
the
I'm
kicking was a little bit tougher on it.
So the whole game was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I was stuck in quarter land.
No, not 20. Shit,
Yeah,
20 minute quarters.
Yeah, that would be. No,
No,
because
no,
like
no.
the games nowadays are like 5 or 6 minute quarters.
Yeah.
So it's about the same.
Yeah, that would never work out.
Actually, it's a little bit longer though. I mean, there usually ends up being like 40 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah.
20 minutes is good.
Yeah, that would be too much without that. Did I have any? Oh, I had one more. I don't know. Baseball games. You ever play any baseball games? I love baseball games on video game systems. There was one called SNK Baseball All-Stars.
This was on the Nintendo?
Yes.
So I didn't play a lot of. Well, yeah, we did play football. I don't know if I had a baseball game for the Nintendo.
Oh man, it was like this was one of those cool games where you could make a team, but like if you wanted to save back in those days, remember, you had to hold in the reset button before you hit the power button off, or your game wouldn't save.
Right.
To where like we became anal retentive about this game. Like me and Josh were the only two that were allowed to touch it, because if somebody got on there and just turned it on and played a game and just turned it off without holding in the reset button, your fucking teams are gone. And it would take us months to build these teams on here. It was awesome. It's probably the coolest baseball game.
I know
for its
all
time.
about seasons in baseball games, but that's down the road.
Okay.
A little bit past Nintendo.
Yeah, but for Nintendo, like Tecmo Basketball, like that was really the only other one. Like, but we would find a few games that we loved. I mean, Battletoads. I don't know if you ever played Battletoads or Gradius. Like we played the shit out of those games.
Yeah.
But
No.
that was about it for that though. But after that came
The Super Nintendo.
the Super Nintendo.
And the arch rival, the Sega Genesis.
Oh, you're a Genesis guy.
No, I'm not. But I
Oh.
just know it was out there because for a while there it was just the Nintendos.
Yeah.
And then old Genesis threw his fucking hat in the ring.
Sonic the motherfucker.
And I'm going to tell you what, there was a big following for the
Oh.
Sega Genesis.
Huge.
I mean, huge. My brother loved Sega Genesis. So he played all those games, and I'd come check them out every once in a while. But I was always the Super Nintendo. I was just a fanboy.
Yeah.
I like stick with the Nintendo. So when I got into the Super Nintendo, I was like, all right, I had always had some adventure games,
Yeah.
things like that, but I really started to move really far into the sports world. Like it really started happening then, where I was playing hockey, always basketball, all the footballs. I think Madden started on the Super Nintendo.
Did you play NHL? Oh, sorry, gotta go back. Gotta
That's
go
all right.
back for one quick second to
That's
the
all right.
regular Nintendo. Did you ever play NHL hockey to where you had 4 guys on your team and you had to pick between medium, skinny, and fat? To where the fat guys were slow, but they shot real hard and they hit hard. The skinny guys were super fast and you could score with them. And then the medium guys were a little bit of both. You ever play that game?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just called ice hockey. I think it was just called ice hockey. Dude, classic.
I don't think so.
It's so much better than Blades of Steel.
Of course, at that time, I might have been renting games.
Yeah.
Down at the old
Good old renting games.
Yeah,
Man,
when you could
shit.
rent them, they weren't that expensive. But yeah, I got into the sports arena on the Super Nintendo. I think Madden, that had to be around the birth of Madden.
I believe, if I might be wrong, and somebody's going to correct me if I am, I believe that Madden actually came out first on the Sega Genesis, and it was weird as shit, the first one that they put out, because it was diagonal.
Right.
Because, you had football games that went up and down, you had football games that went
Well,
left
you
and
could
right,
actually.
but this one went diagonal.
I think the first Madden first couple Madden you had, or that I had, you could choose diagonal or up and down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were like, well, some people might like the classic because I think they considered the diagonal the classic.
Yeah.
But no, that doesn't work. You can't play this shit diagonal.
No, this shit was impossible.
No, but I remember I must have been late teens
Yeah.
with the Super Nintendo because I remember having the, I would buy everything for it. I had a job. I was going and I would buy like the 4 controllers. I'd get my buddies together. We'd all play Madden. I think we all got together one time. We played a full season. We were all on the same team, and we picked the best team that year. The Steelers. I don't know. I don't know how I can even say
You fucking
this.
traitor.
I don't know how I can even say this.
Wow.
So it was back when Rod Woodson played,
Yeah.
and he was so fucking fast on the game. So everybody would like take a position, and I think the other 3 guys when we were on defense, they'd be on the line, and I would have Rod Woodson like as what was he, a corner?
He was a safety.
Safety. I would bring him up, and I'd get all the sacks, and he would be so pissed.
Just lighten it up.
Just blowing coverages, but they didn't fucking like you did that now in the games, they'd fuck you up.
Yeah.
But not back then.
You actually have to play the games now.
Yeah, we would win like 99 to like 12. You
Sure.
know, it was stupid.
Used to be fun to turn over the score.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. Oh, baseball. Did you ever play Ken Griffey Jr. baseball?
Yes.
Dude, addicted to that game.
Yeah.
The only thing that ever made me mad is just like everything else, they had to fuck it up when it came to Bonds. He wouldn't let him use his likeness on the game.
Yes.
So he had...
I loved Ken.
What the fuck was his name? It was one of the creators of the game. That's the name that they put on him.
Yeah.
Jay something. Damn it, I'm going to have to look it up now. That game was so fun.
Yeah, and that was the precursor. That was an EA Sports game, I believe. That was the precursor to MVP,
Yes.
which I love the shit out of MVP baseball.
One of the all-time greats, huh?
Yeah, that was, I think MVP 2005 was the last edition, and I probably played that 4 or 5 years.
Played it to the bone, huh?
Because what they did was they knew it was their last edition because 2K Baseball bought the rights for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So they knew they didn't have the rights, so they made it to where you could play 120 seasons after your first season.
Really?
Yeah, so they were like, good luck, have fun.
Fuck you.
And then there was actually a community that if you bought the computer version, which a couple years ago I actually looked at the computer version was going for like $150, $200 on eBay
Really?
because you can hook your PlayStation controller up to it and you can play it just like you played it, but they've updated it. This is this community called MVP Mods, and I actually installed it on a computer once and tried it.
Really?
It wasn't bad, but I quit shortly after. But it was updated with the current rosters, and they had these guys that did nothing but fucking tweak the rosters year in and year out. And
Yeah.
it's like, God, this is fucking great.
Yeah. My brother got one last year. It was an updated version of Tecmo Bowl to where it had like all new players.
Yeah,
but on the actual game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wish I didn't play video games all that much, but I find myself getting into a video game rut every once in a while.
Yeah. I really found that for me, like I would just find there was only each system I played on, there was only a couple games that I would play.
Right.
That's just how it worked. So obviously next is the 64. The Nintendo 64.
I did not go into that realm.
See now, really? Are you sure?
I played, no.
'Cause that's Bond.
Yeah, I didn't do Bond.
Wait a minute. You didn't play 007 Bond?
I didn't.
Holy shit. We literally had that narrowed down to basically 2 games that we played on there. And it was Bond, GoldenEye, 007.
Goldmember.
No, not Goldmember. Fucking, I do love Goldmember though. Austin Powers, good times. No, the Bond game,
Yeah, GoldenEye.
hard to beat. The only thing that we fucking used to get so pissed about is once you got really, really good at the game, like we all did, motherfuckers be staring at your screen
Right.
because the TV would be split in 4.
I know all about it.
And they knew every we all knew every level to where like, oh man, we used to get on each other's ass about like, there's no way you fucking saw me, dickhead.
Right. You know what I did? My creative, what are we going to call it? What was Rain Man? What was his problem?
He was a savant. I don't
Okay,
know.
so my idiot savant of creativeness.
Yeah.
So we play on this 32-inch TV, which seemed big at the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's 32-inch square
Okay.
tube TV. So I'm like, I can fucking build dividers. So I brought some cardboard home. I had this.
I think every one of us had this idea at one point. We just didn't do it.
Well, it was in my basement at my current house. So I'm probably 25, way before kids. Well, yeah, probably 25 years old.
Okay.
Had my buddies over, and I had these 2 video chairs. These things, have you ever seen these? They just sit on the floor and they rock. Mm-hmm. And if you put your fucking fingers under and you rock, it fucking hurts real bad.
I know all about them.
All right, so we'd have 2 guys down low on those, 2 guys in chairs behind them with this cardboard fucking bullshit that was hanging from fishing wire because I still had my rafters. Ceiling wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Around the rafter, had it, and it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty fucking good. And we'd play Red Dead Revolver on the PlayStation 1.
Woo.
And, dude, that was the only way to play because we were like, everybody would cheat, like you said.
Man,
They would look at your screen.
I played Red Dead Revolver on the original Xbox. That was one of the few games on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of
I
that.
probably played the same exact game as you, just on a different console.
Game was so fun.
Great game.
It was amazing.
So
Bond and Revenge. I gotta
No, get 'em in.
I gotta get to Revenge real quick. Back, I don't know if you remember, back in the late '90s, early 2000s, wrestling made like a resurgence.
Oh, yeah, I had wrestling games,
The
too.
Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, all those guys came to fruition at that time. But then you also had the WCW, like Hulk Hogan went over to WCW. Ric Flair was already there, to where you actually had like Monday Nitro and Raw were like rivals, right? WCW put a game out called Revenge, and it was fucking awesome, right? It's like the gameplay of it was so advanced for its time, to where like you had to work up to get your special. What was awesome, and it took my friends forever to figure this out, and it pissed them off. There were 2 characters that were GHQ Man and HKI Man.
you know their names.
Oh, fucking for sure. I will never forget these names because they were 2 of the tech companies that had built the game. So they weren't any wrestler that you've ever seen before. They just had these, one wore a black suit and one wore a blue and silver suit. And they had this move where when you got by the head, if you pushed down an A, you would get on top of them and you would do these 3-punch cycle to the head. So if you could rat-a-tat that fucking B button on that game, you could get up. Because like that was your defense. So like if somebody was trying to pin you or trying to get you to submit, you rat-a-tat that B button. They were the only 2 guys in the game. If their guys started getting really tired and you used that move, they would do the 1, 2, 3, and then he would hit him with this fucking death punch, man. And like that was it. We played that game for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Now this was on the 64.
Hell yeah. Loved the 64. It was the first one that actually had the 4-player built into it, right?
I think I played a wrestling game on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because that was just fun. It was fun to have your
Was
buddies
it
in
Royal
the ring.
Rumble? Because Royal Rumble was the best one on there.
More than likely, it was Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you could use Andre the Giant, you could lean on people in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it, man.
Hell yeah.
That's good times.
So
But that was it. That was about it for
Yeah.
64. It was very limited because we literally one more. Forgot. NBA Jam.
Oh yeah,
It
NBA
came out.
Jam.
It came out on the 64.
Yeah, I had that
for the
too.
first time. And what was so great was I don't know if you ever played it in the arcade.
Yeah.
When you were younger.
He's heating up.
Yeah. But did you know any of the codes for the special hidden characters like the gorilla and the owsler?
Oh yeah, and then
all
the
those guys?
giant heads and things.
Yes.
Yeah.
To where we used to figure out a whole bunch of codes and pulled out all that shit in, and it was great. We
Yeah.
we loved NBA Jam.
I loved NBA Jam too. That was the good one not to forget.
Yeah.
So I got a story about the day I took my Super Nintendo in for trade.
Oh
It
shit.
was the big fucking day. It was the day that I was going to go get my PlayStation.
Really?
And it was back in the day when you could actually take systems in and get a good return on them.
Yeah.
So, like everybody probably knows, or maybe you don't remember, maybe you're a little too young, but a PlayStation console, brand new, the very first one was $300, $299.
I do remember that.
99. That was a lot of fucking money. The Super Nintendos were not that much.
I think they were 159.
Yeah, about 160. So I'm like, well, I don't want to pay all that much money. Had a good job, but I still don't want to pay all that fucking money. So it's a fucking wintry, blistery day, and I'm coming in. I got to go up to Fairlawn from almost Lodi.
Yeah.
So, and it's a blizzard out, but I got this fucking Super Nintendo. I got all my games, and 7 or 8 games. I'm gonna go and trade it in.
The exchange?
Driving over to the exchange in
Hell
Montrose.
yeah.
So I get on the highway. I'm driving down the highway, and it is bad. I mean, cars are going slow, and I almost thought this is not that necessary. But then there's the gamer inside of you that like, dude, in an hour you're going to be playing the most awesomest new game ever. So you keep going. You keep driving. You're like, it's almost like a drug. It really is. It's almost
sure.
like, because a new console opens up a new world.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be, you might pick up a game or two with it, and you're just like, oh my god, like the next 2 days I'm gonna be in the game hood and
Yeah.
just
That's it. Living that.
can't wait.
Sure.
So I keep going, and during this route, I'm watching this minivan on the other side of the road, and it starts to fishtail. Actually, fishtails into the median, rolls over, leaves a kid on the ground, like the side door. The kid wasn't in a seatbelt, obviously. So this van is rolling over, and as it rolls, it leaves the kid on the ground because the kid's flying around in the cabin.
You almost said cockpit.
Almost said cockpit. So he's flying around in the cabin. The van goes right side up. You can see mom and dad are all shaking in the front. The kid runs around to the front, like looking at him like, oh, he wasn't hurt apparently, thankfully.
That's some shit.
The van side door where he got just set on the ground slid out into the passing lane of my side. I was in the other lane. Otherwise, I went ba-bump over the door. But that was kind of fucking crazy.
That's bizarre as shit.
And it's still at that.
I bet that kid tells that fucking story to this day.
Yeah, hopefully he was fine. But that was some fucking scary shit. Because when they first hit the medium, there was from the snow plows, it was like,
This explosion.
giant explosion of snow.
Wow.
And then the roll. And I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. But I'm still headed to get my fucking console. So I get down to the game exchange. I got all my shit there. And I'm a older teen. I'm at least 19. Yeah, I'm probably 19 years old.
Okay.
And I can't fucking wait. I got all my stuff.
Just jacked.
Didn't really realize. And being an older kid, I kept my shit pretty fucking nice.
Yeah.
Didn't really even realize it, but I'm fucking scratching the shit up. I put it in. I don't think you might. Those were cartridges, so you might have to blow on them once in a while to get them to fucking work. But not my games. They were pretty pristine, I guess. Didn't even think about it. But the guy's like, your shit's in fucking pretty good condition. I'm like, really? That's probably good for me, right? And he's like, yeah, you're probably gonna get the most we can give for any of this. Just so you know. I just want to let you know that. I'm like, well, thank you. I feel like I did something right.
Right.
And I think I got a full 100 off. Maybe a little bit more than 100. All I know is I was like fucking jazzed that I had to pay $300 for a fucking PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
So let's just say it was $200. Got in the car, went home, and yeah, that was fucking good times.
Hell yeah.
PlayStation 1 was also the first system that fucking made me motion sick. Have you ever got that?
Oh yeah.
Where you were like done for the day, maybe 2 days. Like, I'm not going back. And what it was this a Quest game, and it had this stepping. Like, when you're walking, it would have this stepping.
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, at some point, I was like, I'm getting green in the gills. I remember going out and laying on the couch, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know, something with a game fucked me up. My mom's like, I knew it! Those fucking games! I fucking knew
They're
it!
gonna get you one of these days.
And so I slept off my fucking motion sickness, which really sucks. That's really a shitty thing, motion sickness.
Yeah.
I don't know whoever invented that, but that's
Right.
bad. So I had to take you could actually toggle the stepping feature.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned that off, and it was much better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'd still feel it after a while though. If I like played it for like more than an hour and a half, like
Mhm.
okay, time to put Madden in.
Yep. All done with that now.
Yeah. All right.
It's good times. I've only got a couple left, man. But the ones that are left.
So did you went from the 64 to the Xbox?
to Xbox?
So you
And
didn't go
Xbox-
PlayStation.
Nope. I've never have I owned a PlayStation. PlayStation is the Android of the world to me. I'm a Nintendo into Xbox guy. That's just me. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. PlayStation's better, but someday.
Whatever you're into, man. You know. I'm not gonna say anything else. I was gonna make a gay porn joke there, but it
People are
came
gonna
and went. I kind of
People
missed
are going to start
there.
to think about you.
Yeah. Well,
This gay shit.
I don't think that that's true.
Well, let me tell you. So, I had the PlayStation.
Did you get rid of it?
Uh,
You still have it?
I kept it for a long time, and I didn't get rid of it because I'm sure I did take it to return it,
Yeah.
like I did the other one. But I soon realized at that turning point they weren't giving you shit,
Hmm.
and I think I had it with me, and then I think I even took it up to the desk, and I think they were going to offer me like $40 for it, like my probably 7 or 8 games, and
Yeah.
and my system. I'm like, no, don't think so. Actually, I think I might have played it till it died.
Huh.
And I had to go get the little tiny, like when the systems come out, they're really big.
Yeah.
And then, especially with PlayStation, and then as they go, they realize they can fit more and less. And then you get the small compact ones, and that seems like with PlayStation how they always roll.
Yeah.
So I think the first one probably had died, and I was playing on the smaller one, and then I was moving on,
Yeah.
and I think my father-in-law ended up with it because he would game like once every 2 years,
Mhm.
but he'd like to play around.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
No, you know what? I did forget in the middle in there, and my brother would not let me off the hook if I forgot to mention it. Was actually in between the 64 and the Xbox was the Dreamcast. Do you remember the Sega Dreamcast?
I do remember the name.
Yeah, it was the first one that had the cord coming out of the bottom of the controller instead of the top, and they had the little cards that actually had a screen on them. So if I was playing a football game and like I had built a playbook on there, and I was come over to your house to play that game, I could load mine in to where I would actually have my playbook there to
Yeah.
use. So we played a lot of 2K2, NFL 2K2, like that game was huge on there, and Power Stone. Like we played the shit out of those two games. Track and field, my brother loved that game. I never
Oh
got
yeah.
into it.
Oh
The,
shit.
the track and field game was crazy.
Holy shit. I gotta time warp back real quick.
Let's play the time.
So Super Nintendo, that was one of my most, or I'm sorry, regular Nintendo. That's one of my most favorite games.
Track and field?
Track and field.
Did you use the spoon?
I didn't have to because my parents for Christmas one year got me the.
They got you the turbo pad?
No, it was this. Well, it's this big giant fucking controller with this. I mean, literally a joystick.
It's the turbo pad.
Yeah, and then it had the turbo, and you could
To where you could turn your turbo button on and just hold down A and B.
Yeah,
and it
but
would
you could
toggle it.
also set the pulse of the turbo.
Yes.
because some games.
I know.
Some games didn't like
We
that.
had it.
Some games didn't like the. brrr. They wanted
Yeah.
the.
Right.
Oh yeah, and yeah. So whenever I was playing track and field with my buddy,
That's
he's
not
like,
fun.
He's like, no, I would turn it off. I'm not like that. I'm not like Jake. Jake would be like, fuck yeah, turbo's on. You don't have this one.
Hey, man, if there's an angle, take it. I'm just saying.
Not me. I'm like, okay, I can fucking do this faster than you.
Did you ever use the spoon?
I don't think so.
Oh, man, on the games where you had to, like, hit A, B real quick because, like, A was the right leg and B was the left
yeah.
leg. Oh, man, you get to get that
God,
spoon?
I don't know how I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot about track and field.
Man,
God,
that's
Manny-
how you played that game.
The nervous fucking push. Yeah, we could fucking get that thing rolling.
Yeah.
My friend Matt, he would put it right on his knee, get his knee up real high, and he could get that fucking thing rolling.
Man, I used to laugh. Like, you see dudes, like, going into convulsions playing that game because you're trying to hit the button so damn fast.
Oh, it was great though.
Right? Man.
And then there was the there's all kinds of fucking games in that game.
Yeah.
The running. Was there a javelin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had a whole bunch of shit in there.
yeah, it was good.
So, just a couple more. I have really the one that kind of set us up, like for the end going forward. Let me back up. Let me back up just by one. role play games, I feel like have gone insane. I don't know if you remember, like, was it Final Fantasy VII that was like multiple discs?
Yeah, I
that
never
came
played
out
the
and,
Final
like, it took
Fantasies,
forever.
but
I didn't either.
I was always the kid looking like through the glass at those games.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to get into it, but it's already Final Fantasy VI, and
Yeah.
man, where am I going to start?
Yeah. Well, I got my Xbox 360. Fun little story about my Xbox 360. I actually got it off of eBay. It was the first thing I ever bought off of eBay. And
Really, that's a leap.
first thing I ever bought off of eBay, and it had the red ring of death. And I knew that anybody that ever had a 360 with the red ring of death knows exactly what I'm talking about. You would get 3, because remember how there were 4 lights that went around the circle on the 360 that were yellow? And there was like one red one that would blink sometimes when your shit was loading. If you got 3 red out of the 4, that was called the red ring of death, and your shit was fucked.
Oh.
I bought this thing for $10 off of eBay.
Oh, well, then you didn't have much of an investment.
No, but I took the chance that they didn't, because it was such a common problem that you could call, and if it hadn't been recalled yet, they would fucking send you a new one. So I got it, called. They had never used the fucking recall on it, so I mailed the fucker off. Sure as shit, 2 weeks later, I have a brand fucking new out of the box Xbox 360. $10 fucking investment to get my 360.
That jogs a memory.
Yeah, I was
Of-
fucking jacked.
Of moms taking their kids' broken consoles back when you could do this.
Yeah,
And buy a brand new one, put the old one back in the box, and return it and say it's broke.
yep.
That jogged my memory. Good God.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I never fucking did that. I always thought about it, but I never fucking did it because I have a fucking conscience.
Yeah,
But yeah, don't fucking do shit like that. Well, you can't anymore.
no. Well, you know what became a big thing back then is people would buy like an Xbox and take it home, take the Xbox and all the shit out of it, and then fill it with other shit and take it back. So they would buy it in cash, return the
They
box.
take the guts out of it.
No, they would take the entire console and everything and put like clothes and shit in it.
Well, like people don't look in the fucking box.
They didn't used to for a lot of that shit, man. For years, people were fucking doing that shit. It was fucking crazy.
Wow.
I know, right? So anyway, I get my 360, right? And there was one game I started playing, Fable. I don't know if you ever played Fable.
I've heard of it. I
I
haven't.
fucking loved it. I played that game all the fucking time. You could play it a million different ways. Like, it was one of those kind of ahead of its time. And then when Fable 2 came out, played the shit out of that. Only role play games I ever really, really heavily got into. Played that shit for hours and hours and hours. On
Yeah,
end.
I got into a few of them, but I don't like Hitman was a big one.
Oh yeah, Hitman was good.
That was fun.
I liked Hitman.
I don't remember what console. I think that was PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I got into MVP 2005, and I was into all. Like I said, Super Nintendo. I kind of like broke into the sports games.
Yeah.
And PlayStation 2, I had everything, but I wouldn't. So I was kind of like the penny pincher. Well, I don't know. There for a while, I guess I would get every year, like for Madden. But then I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
The games are changing, but they're not changing that much.
Sure.
I'm going to play this game for 2 or 3 years, then I'd get the next copy. And that's
Yeah.
kind of how I've been ever since.
Never was a Madden guy, man. Just never got into it. By the time I was getting to the end of my video game days, that's when fucking Guitar Hero and Rock Band took over. And that was my shit. Like, I love playing Guitar Hero, especially when I think it was Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero 3, where they added the bass line and you could play in there together. Man, we would play that shit for hours. I remember to the point where, like, I think that it contributed to my carpal tunnel because, like, I was playing it so much. Like, I would play it. I worked second shift at the time. I would play it. I get home from work, play it for 3 hours.
Right.
Get up in the morning, get a few things done, and play it for 3 more hours before I went to work.
Yeah. Oh, I can remember those days.
Oh, and that's
being
all
on
you
second
did.
shift at like 1920, and I'm like, I love this shift because I get home at 11:30. I'm gonna fucking jam out and play my games till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yep.
Fucking get up at 11. Wait, no, wait. What time we had to be at work?
3, man.
3. Oh yeah,
It was
get up
3 to 11.
Yeah, get up at like 11, or later, probably about 11 or noon even.
Yeah.
And then fucking you have a little bit of time.
Yeah. That was the first time that I knew that the song by the Allman Brothers was Jessica. You know the song Jessica by the Allman Brothers? And it's 100% it's 100% music. Like, there's no words to the entire song. So that became a big joke that's my wife's all-time favorite karaoke song. Because she'll never sing karaoke. So she'll be like, "You got Jessica?" And, like, some people get it and think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Some people don't get it.
Yeah, but you have to know.
But I will tell you that game solidified friendships as one of our main activities as we went into our early to mid and even our late 20s. I mean, we would have get-togethers on Friday nights at somebody's house where we're all throwing down, getting shithouse drunk, fucking playing Rock Band, you know? And you always had to make sure you had one guy in the group that could play the fucking drums, because the drums were no fucking bullshit. Basically, if you could play that drum set, you could play a real drum set on some level.
I know.
You actually had to learn how to fucking play it with the foot pedal and shit. Our friend Wes was a fucking monster at it. I mean, literally, it would get to the point where he would get mad because he wanted to play something else. We're like, dude, you literally can play drums on expert. You jump our points by like 50,000 points every time. Like, just fucking play the drums. But the fun for me when Rock Band came out was I sang growing up. So finally something where I could just fucking sing along and have a good time.
Right.
To where... But then I would get pigeon-toed into fucking singing every time. And it's like, can I just play the fucking guitar once?
So you knew exactly how he felt.
Huh? I did.
Yeah.
That's why, like, me and Wes kind of joked around. Like, I tried to do the drumming part, and I could do the top, but that foot pedal, man, like, my leg would cramp. It's like, I don't know how you do this without, like, your fucking calf cramping up every time.
Yeah.
So I told him, if you ever want to switch, you're singing. And he was like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. You know, unless he was super drunk, which was always fun.
Right.
So,
yeah,
good
I
times.
did play a couple, I'm going to say, hours of Rock Band, or whichever version. I know there was a couple different versions for different consoles.
Yeah.
But I never owned it, so I didn't really get to embrace all that and enjoy it. I would have liked it.
Yeah. The only other two games I got shout-outs to, man, are Ghost Recon and fucking Modern Warfare. Played the shit out of those two games. You know, I did love fucking Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. That game was fucking incredible. Call of Duty 2 was incredible. I mean, Call of Duty 1 was awesome. I mean, I don't know if you remember when the first Call of Duty came out.
I missed that.
It was a whole nother level of video game.
I think my first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 3, and that was only because at some point I had a couple kids in there and I wasn't playing video games. But when they got to be, 3 or 4 or something like that, I'm like, I'm going to fucking check out this Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And so
I tried to get into the Wii, like just a wee bit.
a wee bit.
And I didn't love it. Like, I just thought that it sucked.
We have a Wii. Now,
I hated it.
It's not really for adults.
Yeah.
Although they tried to make it like, hey, it's a get up and exercise type thing.
Right.
And it can be. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, like, we'll play the bowling and you'll be like, God, the next day, why does my fucking arm hurt? So, yeah, it's that kind of stupid. But the Wii's all right. It's interesting. They have a baseball game on there that comes with the console, and it's just you play 3 little short innings.
Yeah.
And it's kind of dumb. It's not real intricate, so I don't really like it a whole lot. But the fact that you can crank homers, that's fun. So, but you're actually swinging the controller.
Good old home run derby, huh?
So it's like, when you're swinging the controller and you actually have some human input to it other than tapping a button, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
So
the Wii's cool. So I have a PlayStation 4 and I had a PlayStation 3 as well.
Yeah.
So I've graduated as it's gone, but there was a long gap between the PlayStation 2 and 3.
PlayStation 2 was huge for a long time.
Yeah. But even when the 3 came out, it was like I said, I had some small children.
Right.
And I'm content with the 2, with what I have. I don't want to have to, you at some point of being a parent, you're like, I don't want to go spend fucking $200 on new games.
Right.
Because they're not cheap anymore.
No.
They're like $60 a pop.
It's been like that for 15 years.
So if you're smart, you wait a couple months and you can get them 10 or $20 off.
Yeah.
Good deal. It's still the same fucking game. But so I got the PlayStation 3 really late.
Yeah.
And I think one of the first games I got was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
There you go.
And that was a lot of fun. And then it's just been a couple years ago we got the 4, which the 4 has been out for quite a few years.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. So I was late to the party, but, oh well.
I did do something a couple weeks ago. You mentioned my phone at the beginning of this topic. So kind of like the finisher for me on this is I saw a commercial a couple weeks ago and it reminded me of when it first came out. So I actually downloaded the original fucking Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
And played it for a couple days. Dude, it was fun. Like after a couple days, I was like, all right, this kind of fucking sucks. But
Angry Birds
it was fun.
I've played it before
Yeah.
on my tablet. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's weird they made a movie and shit out of it and whatever.
Yeah,
but
the music fucking, like if I heard the music, like that's like, what don't you want as an alarm clock?
right?
That little flute sounding.
Yeah. You don't need that in your life.
No.
No. You got anything else to finish
I'm
up
just
here?
trying to think. Well, I mean, Jake and I are missing. I'm sure there's some people screaming
Oh,
here.
I'm sure.
Because like I missed a large area of video games. Like I'm sure there's people yelling that Halo, shit like that. I know there was a lot of next tier games with the
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh shit! How could I don't know how I forgot that. That was
I'm just trying to think of things that were like generational that like
that was
everybody played.
That was PlayStation 2, and God, I loved Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I did. Mafia. It was kind of like Grand Theft Auto, only you worked for the mob.
Yeah.
That game was badass.
Grand
I
Theft
can't hate
Auto.
I can't hate on. That was
Kudos,
original Xbox.
Rockstar Games. That Rockstar also did Red Dead.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking killer.
Yeah. I heard that Red Dead Redemption is a whole nother fucking level right now. Like
Yeah, and
everybody plays
I've
the
heard
shit
some
out of
people
it.
don't like it. Some people do. I think I would probably like it.
Yeah.
But
You know, one that I've never even tried. I've seen videos, you know, because somebody's like, "Oh, you got to see this, the fucking Fortnite, man." Never. I know that you're a Fortniter.
well, Fortnite is kind of interesting. Any Fortniters out there, they know that I mean, if you're a true diehard, it's doing fine.
Yeah.
But it's starting to lose its flight. The wind is starting to,
Yeah.
the updraft is starting to go down,
It's lost the ambiance.
and some of the streamers are now playing this Apex Legends, which is another battle royale game, which you're thrown into a pot and the king of the hill type thing.
That's what we used to do on Call of Duty, man.
Right. So it's a similar game, but yet it's tweaked different. So a lot of the streamers are gravitating towards this Apex because, well, for one, they've been playing Fortnite for over a year.
Sure.
I don't know. If it was me and I was streaming for 8 to 10 hours a day playing the same fucking game for a year, it's time for a change.
Right.
Over a year. So anyways, these guys,
Can't do it.
They're gravitating towards something else, and I don't blame them. So Fortnite's starting to pull their britches down, and they're offering a lot of free shit now.
Oh, yeah?
Like the battle pass used to cost $10. You don't even have to know what that is.
But what was the one that everybody fucking played for like 10 years? Fucking World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. I missed that too.
I actually went over to a guy from work's house one night. Like, I was kind of thinking about getting it. I had just got a new computer, and I knew
Right.
that you could play it online. And I had my new computer is all hooked up, and it's like gamer quality. I know that I put a lot of money. It was like the first $3,000 computer I ever bought. And I went over to his house because he was going to kind of teach me what was going on with it. And within about 10 minutes, I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'm not doing this.
I mean,
this is stupid.
I gotta admit, as a gamer, the allure of multiplayer online
Yeah.
is like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then you get into the trolling and all the other bullshit and
12-year-olds talking shit to you.
12-year-olds or 6-year-olds asking me if you ever had a blowjob. I'm like, no, and you're muted. Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
I think you just got muted.
I just had a reaction there from the
Tremor.
I don't know if you guys heard that. That was kind of crazy.
All right.
It almost punched me in the face.
I'm about out. I probably have some more video game stories.
We'll circle back to video games at some point on the show.
Yeah.
I know that once we get our assistant partner at Crime back, he'll dive into it. He's a gamer.
Yeah, and he can fill in a lot of the cracks that we left.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have a video games part 2.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be racist, just be nice. Like don't.
You got to get away from the
don't-
racist thing.
Don't jump off the bridge at the first thing you hear anymore, right?
Yeah, you should.
Because what do we always tell you? You just gotta love each other, right?
Enjoy the wall
That's
once
right.
it's built, everybody. Enjoy that wall.
That's gonna be a vacation. I can't wait to take a picture in front of it.
Video games are great. Just don't do them too much. Everything's in moderation.
Yeah. But if it brings you and your friends together,
Oh, hell yeah.
that's what it's there for, man.
I'll tell you what, as far as, and that's what the cool thing about the multiplayer is. Well, I don't know if it's cool. You're all together, but you're just together in your head because they're at their house, you're at your house.
It's just how it is.
It's just how it is.
You're talking through the whole outro. All right, brother. Until next time.
Oh, hold on a second.
Pip pip.
Cheerio.
That's crazy.